out of some very challenging circumstances, and people in Crown Heights should be very proud of that fact. That unity was evident today in the room. There was tremendous appreciation for the work of the NYPD, for the way our officers protected the lives of people who were threatened so suddenly a few days ago. There's deep concern, obviously, for Mr. Rosenblatt, and our prayers are with him and his family, and thank God he has been making good progress. But I think the clear message in the room was a desire to know that there would be ongoing vigilance in what is a very complicated situation around the world right now. And Chief O'Neill and I made very clear our focus on responding anytime there is an incident that causes concern in this community. Clear and vigilant response by the NYPD. I hasten to add, again, based on everything we've seen so far in the investigation, this is one very troubled individual with serious mental health issues, and I've spoken separately about the need to address those issues as a society. But in terms of the concern that was raised in this community and other communities around the city, I think there's a clear understanding, certainly for the leaders in the room, that the NYPD is vigilant, is effective, and is quick to respond, and that we're going to continue that.
And at that meeting,
so with that, Chief O'Neill and I welcome your questions. Yes, of course.
Do you still plan on having this heightened police presence in communities across the city? And because this appears to be some sort of one-off incident, obviously incidental in the wilderness, why do you think that increased police presence is necessary?
I'm going to start and pass it to the chief. I think if this incident had occurred in a store, for example, and not a synagogue, people might respond differently. I think if it occurred in an atmosphere, that world we hope to see someday soon, where there were never any attacks on Jewish community locations, we might feel different. But remember that just weeks ago, there was an attack in a synagogue in Jerusalem. And there have been attacks at other locations in Western countries. And I think there's a heightened sensitivity and a fair sensitivity after having seen that. And certainly the sense for any of us that a house of worship was invaded violently, even if it was an absolutely isolated act by a mentally disturbed individual, still the sanctity of a house of worship is something I think that unites us throughout our society. So it did cause real sensitivity. The other point I want to make is the NYPD has an extraordinary tradition of being vigilant against any attacks of any kind in any community. But certainly we've long since made the determination that when there is an attack anywhere in the world on a Jewish community location, we treat that as a sign that we have to provide extra support to Jewish community centers here in New York City. And we take that step consistently when we see any possibility of a bigger trend. The NYPD is very quick. If something happens, God forbid, in France or in Argentina, the NYPD takes it as a sign to be on extra alert and to add extra resources to protect Jewish community locations. I think that's a very smart policy. Chief, would you like that?
Sure. So it was a very productive meeting, and as we move forward here, we do respond to the needs of all communities across New York City, and doing our best to not only have the perception of safety, but the reality of safety too. So we'll continue increased coverage in houses of worship throughout the city.
611.